blurry screen, but that's either that or that's me. I don't think it's me though. All right. All right. Somebody already has that. All right. All right. So the first thing, new. So if you're working on a template at this point, that's not right. I just did. May not be working. Let's see, window. How's that? Really? Does everybody have a black screen? Mm, mm, mm. Can't do that. Not today. All right, looks like I got it running twice here. All right, let me try again. Let me close this. All right. It says it's open. It says it's running. Isn't that something? Did something happen? Did it happen? But you can see your screen. Okay. Now, how's that? Oh, well, it ain't working. I rebooted everything. It seems like things are getting worse. How about that? Nope.
Right there, you have only this thing that only one screen is active.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if you were supposed to click on the other screen too. Just showing one screen.
Hold on. But these are all your screens. I can see what you're working on. All right, and all right. So usually when I do this at Windows, let me try full screen. Did that make a difference? Is your screen black? Did it do anything?
Right there, do you need to click on the screen number two?
Usually not. I don't. I only have one monitor.
Okay.
So how about now? No. Didn't think so. I have no idea what terminal is. Did it do something? Well, that's okay. How about now? Black screen. Yep, I'm thinking we're not going to be able to do this. So that's going to be one of my complaints to complaints. And I rebooted the computer too. So I am so sorry. All right, but I'm still recording. So I'm recording here. All right, so you say new project. I'm going to go find that template. It's on my desktop. And hopefully it's not spoiled. No, it's fine because it's upgrading. It's 2009. Okay, and we'll dock this. Yep, there's some video thing going on here. Who's master docking? All right, so is it E? E is the ramp. Okay, and so if I go to first floor, actually we did do this. I remember now.
When I was starting to do my own landing and stuff, I couldn't.
Okay.
I listened to the tape too, but
All right, so what I got here, I got 0, 0 for the first floor, and for my ramp base, I have minus 3.25 feet, which is 39 inches, which is roughly a meter, right? So a ramp needs to be 1 in 12 slope. Ideal 1 in 20, but 1 in 12 is what we typically work with. And so that would mean that for every inch of elevation we go, we need a foot of ramp. So we got 39 inches, so we need a 39-foot long ramp. Also, by code, there's a number of feet of a ramp, or the elevate. Actually, it's the 30 inches. So the maximum you can have a ramp in one run is 30 inches, right? So the maximum you can go up to is 30 inches, which is a 30-foot ramp. So Revit automatically has that set in the parameters of the ramp type. So I go to sketch mode here to ramp. I go run. I'm going to pick run. I look here and I'm going to change the base constraint. Yeah, this baby's phasing in and out. Oh, it's in bad shape. And then I'm going to set this for first floor. Okay, so ramp base, the first floor. That's 39 inches. I'm going to make it 5 foot wide. I'm going to go edit and make sure all this is good. And we're going to make this concrete. I'm going to make mine concrete. I don't know about you. My category is usually a generic gray, which you probably have already experienced. So I'm going to go here and break up the thing and type in concrete. Ooh, terrazzo. Look at that. It's the first time I've seen terrazzo. Yeah, this is blurring in and out. At least I think. I don't hope it's not me. Uh-oh. Revit just we just had an error. So hopefully we're not starting over again. We're kind of. Alright. I'm not going to send it to Autodesk. Okay, so I'm going to dock this. Yep, video stuff. Alright, so I go to my first floor plan. I'm going to save it now, so I won't lose it a second time. So your files are going to be your name, Stair, assignment. And that thing keeps... Can you guys see how it's blurring in and out?
Yep.
Is that Jan that said yep? Yeah, you probably fixed it so it would do that. Alright, so 0, 3, 3, 2, 5, all the things I just said before. So we're going to go ramp. And we're going to go run. And we're going to set this for ramp base. And we're going to set this for first floor. And we're going to set this for 5 feet. We're going to go edit here, and we're going to change this to concrete. Hopefully that's not where our issue was. Cast in place concrete. I'm just going to use that. All right. All right. In fact, I think you asked a question, which really you can go either direction with and flip the stair. So because I don't have a ramp base floor plan, I think I'm just going to do it with from the first floor. So all I have to do is set for run, and that's going to be 5 foot wide, and you can see it's actually keeping track of the feet length. It says 30 feet, and if I click, it should be saying 9 remaining. But if I click here, now it says 9 feet remaining. See that? So if I come here and line this up right here, I can move it over here if I want. This is actually the center. Actually, this is the center line of the ramp. So I'm going to bring it over a good distance, and I'm going to pull it all the way out. That's my 39 feet. There's the landing. It forms automatically.
So what you did is you stopped at 30. You then came down, straight down, then followed the dotted line.
Right here. If you remember with the component stairs, you had a location line. By default, the sketches are center line, so you have to at least clear the edges of the ramp. So if I wanted this to be closer, I just do this, window it. Everybody's familiar with stretch and AutoCAD kind of, and just kind of move it in. I can actually even dimension it if I want. So if I want it to be a certain dimension, I could dimension this to that. Oh, it's an uneven dimension. So if I want that to be 1 foot even, pick that, activate dimensions, make this, get rid of the fraction off of this, and it moved it, and this dimension is inside a sketch. So when I finish the sketch, the dimension will disappear. Boom. All right, I'm going the wrong direction. All right, but no problem, no sweat. What I'll have to do is I have to click the ramp, and then this blue arrow at the end, I just click it and it reverses direction. It just reverses it.
You go 30 feet, go straight down to the center line. You'll activate, and then you'll continue, right? You don't
Right.
press anything else.
Nothing else. You just have to, it will show you the alignment. You just have to be in the center line of the ramp here. There's no location line. This, yeah.
And then the other thing you did is, in order to bring it closer or farther, you dimensioned it with the angle, with the diagonal one, and you dimensioned that area. You clicked on it, and then opened up the activate dimension.
Correct. Activate dimensions, and then I could actually control what my dimension is. Make sure you select the whole area, though. You got to pick everything that relates to that dimension change. So when I say activate, now let's say I want this 2 feet, just to prove that it works, and it pushes the whole thing out.
You have to highlight both.
Right. You have to window it or cross.
Window both ramps.
No, just the one. Just what I was moving. Just what you're going to move.
So if you wanted to move the longer 30 foot, you would just window the 30 foot.
Right. I can move the whole thing as a sketch, or even as if let's say it's the configuration's just right, I can just take this and move it as a solid. I could just move it up. All right. I just nudged it with the arrow, but you can move it the whole thing. So that's kind of what that's about. Okay, so stair, everybody's pretty good at here. Yes, Aaron was asking about the other stair. I'm gonna come and talk to you after this because I want to make sure I do the Carlyle. But if you Google, you may have done this, you may not. I just want. That guy looks familiar. All right, so if I say Baroque, that's what I asked for. Baroque stair, right? So you can do something fancy, basically. And if you speak French, you know that helps. All right, so I've got that from level F, right? It's going to be from level F. Let's see. Come on now. F to C, right? No. Yes.
It just says to the second floor, so I'm not sure. Wasn't sure if it's talking about from the rent base to second floor,
All right.
or like from the first floor to second floor.
Let's do it. The F's down here, and so I probably meant that. So it's actually 2 flights. So let's do a section through here. I'm going to do a section here, and we're going to do it on this side. I'm going to duplicate this. This makes things a little easier if you do that. Actually, we were supposed to do it. I just trying to shortcut. We'll say first floor, stair F. All right. Let's say I'm gonna have 2 legs and or something, and it comes up with a landing. Okay, if I go stair, I don't really have anything in mind. So if I do a full spiral or one of these, so I'm gonna set this from base ramp to second floor, 19 risers. So I might do something like this. And you can actually count the risers. So if I go half the risers, I might go to 11 risers created, 8 remaining. Maybe something like that. That's not going to let me move it. Oh, I'm in sketch mode. Okay. And then maybe the balance of them are this direction. Whoops. Left. So just don't forget there's that justification is that location line is there. So notice that it's automatically setting up the landing for me. Maybe I want to actually should have gone the other way. So you could do something like that. What do you think, Aaron? You like that? Okay. You're easy to satisfy. Let's say I move that over there. I guess there's several. We could probably spend some time on this, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to mirror this, so that I have two. What do you think? Uh, you can decide what type of landing width you want. But when you finish the sketch. Yeah, it knows it's not connected, but okay. And then the easiest way to deal with the landing is to extend the floor out. Right. So if I go edit boundary, and I go to the first floor, or is that the second floor? That's the second floor. Mm-hmm. What do you think? No, no, I'm not happy with it, but all right. So these could be different types of stairs. They could be monolithic, which makes them kind. I might get a little error message because I don't know what I did. I probably should have started out with them. Yep. Yeah, I'm out of. So it looks like that. I'm short a riser because of the riser height was different. You can do something with the railings. Change them to glass panel railings.
For short one riser, what's a quick way to remedy that?
If I pick the stairway, I edit it. Would be to change the. This was 7 3/4, right? I don't think it's too late. No, see, notice the maximum, minimum riser heights are different for this particular type. So you probably should make sure that those types are the same. Actually, it's too late now. But before I changed it, I should have changed the riser height to match the one I did. The other secret is to make it fast, you can also change the railing panels before you mirror it on the other side. Or you can do them all at the same time, I guess. I didn't do that. So what do you think? Everybody's afraid to tell me. Man, those are lousy stairs.
Well, you're short of stairs.
Yeah,
I think you have to do it again.
no, I really need to get to the Carlyle. I'd love to do it again. Actually, I'd like to spend. Didn't you hear me say I could spend some time on this because just coming up with something. But I looked at these. You could actually look at one and actually here's the interesting one. This would be an easy one to think. Now this one you could actually. I showed you how to edit a sketch. You would just basically edit the sketch. The railings is a challenge, but it can be done in Revit. We're not covering that though. We don't have enough time for that, but that's kind of the same idea I had for that. Okay. Actually, I got the Carlyle stair is a little more challenging than probably realize. Okay. All right. All right. So the second part of this was to put a roof and put a stair in the Carlyle. And I have the Carlyle. I have my sort of Julia Childs. I'm working on this at the same time you guys are. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm not. You may have to do the roof more than one time. I think a lot of times somebody will, a student may be working on a roof. Why is this acting up? This is really gumming up. There we go. Just go ahead and save it. If I open, I'm going to open my one that's more progressed further. That's got to be this one. It's only 18. It's only 18 megs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you how I did certain things. And is it doing that on the screen? Does it stay focused? On your screen, does it stay focused? Oh, that's right. I forgot. So that could be. Okay. So you probably looked at this. How am I going to do this, right? Forget this. This is some kind of thatch roof. I'm not that familiar with it. All right, so what I've got is this. Yeah, it's not completely. So I've basically, there's two basic gable roofs, right? So you got a gable roof over here, and you got a gable roof here. This gable roof is 12 and 12. So let me show you in plan by roof plan, maybe. So this roof over the second floor, over this portion of the house right here is a gable roof. Everybody following me on that? 12 and 12 slope. Right here. This is 10 and 12. I found that to work reasonably well, but let me talk about it a little bit. And there's some latitude for you to do something a little different here too. So this I did by roof by extrusion, I think. Let me make sure. No, this is by footprint. So I did this 10 and 12 right here. Notice that the base of the roof is on the second floor in the back and goes down in the front. So if you look at the picture, it comes like that, and here's the two portions. Got me? Where your latitude to have a little interesting fun to it is this front window. Now I still have to create the opening for it. I don't like having a secondary roof here, but one of the things you can do is you can actually extend the floor so it actually crosses this rafter here at this level. Everybody kind of get what I'm saying here? So this floor I've ended at the wall on the second floor. Right? See, here's the wall right here. That's the same wall as that it is below. Right? One of the things that helps me is I created a floor plan. Because the roof is so low, it's actually cutting across a floor plan, because a floor plan is what? A horizontal section cut at 4 feet. So what happens is you get something like this, where I've got skylights here, and you see part of the roof, and you can actually see where the roof cuts that 4-foot plane, right? Even over here, which I have to fix. So that's 4 feet right there. But if you were to do 6'8", which is more person's clearance height, right? 6'8", 7 foot, something like that. It looks like that. So that tells me a little more about what actual space I have to work with. All right. So when you look at it in section, the other section, I guess that's one section. It looks like this. So this line right here is my 6'8" line right here. So that allows you to move the roof up and down. Alright, so I made this roof by footprint as well, and this roof by footprint. I joined the two roofs. I'm going to go through the process with it. I joined the two roofs, and I cut the V out, right? You know how we cut the V out? What's he talking about? The valley. Alright, so if I did this, isolate element. So this is that 12 and 12 roof. I basically took the other roof that merges into it and cut that portion out. I've got to do something back over here. This is where you'll probably have to do a little work and figure this out as you're working on it. But here's my other roof, right? So that's the 10 and 12 roof right there. So if I were to isolate it, looks like that. You can make it better. These are actually openings, right? So I used shaft or by face. Dormer works as well to create these openings. This opening, as you can see, is the dormer. I'm not happy with the shape of the dormer. I'm going to come back and fix that out. But to give you some idea of how you should do these are by extrusion, right? And what I use for bases should be, they're called segmental arch, right? So this is actually a raster file that you can get off the internets, and basically my radius is going to be twice this. It's more like 4 feet. Mine is a little too round, so I'm going to flatten it a little bit and work with it that way. Questions so far?
You're going to go through the steps, how you got
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you an overview, and I won't be able to work out the details because I'm still working on this. So don't expect it to go perfect. Just kind of perfect the first time you do it. I think like I said, a lot of students will do something and they'll go, "Oh man, it was supposed to work the first time." And no, you have to figure it out. You still have to figure it out. So so that's the two main parts of the roof. My other part of the roof is this. And the reason you have this back here, it's a shed dormer. And it is in the back on the second floor. And that's actually where the bathroom is. That's this area right here. Got me? This wall right here is new wall. It's only at the, if I cut through here. If I cut through here, this is that wall right here. So this is an opening. I use the opening here. This shed roof is 4 and 12 is usually a good slope. And then this particular roof, isolate this baby. Looks like that. So what happened on this edge is I used the join roof tool. That's this tool right here to join it with the roof on the other side. So when I reset this, right here, I'm I'm working on getting rid of this right now because that actually cuts into my space, but I'm gonna trim it out. Um, I don't want to. It's not fair to say that's it. That's all there is to it, really. All right. So that is the roof. So I'm going to open a file that does not have a roof. Let's see if open. Actually, don't have. It probably doesn't have even enough because I might not have the walls in there. All right, yeah, this one doesn't have a whole lot to it. See that? Actually, I don't even have the lower walls. That's not right. That would not be right. Doesn't have the basement walls. So this is much earlier. Hold on. Open project. Okay, this is. Let's see what I got here. Oh, that's not nice. Did you see that? The Windows 10 flashing through there? So there's a display issue here. Oh, I still have a roof on there. Okay, so let me get rid of the roof. All right. So, first thing is the roof on the on this portion. Doesn't even look like I got the layout here. All right, let's see. All right, so you're going to do a roof by footprint. So architecture, roof by footprint. I might have a little bit of overhang, 1'4" maybe. I don't know what I actually ultimately wound up doing. One of the things you'll have to go back to look at the wall section that I gave you. Remember, I gave you a wall section and there's a description of the description of the roof, which is a net zero roof, and that roof should be asphalt shingles, roof felt. Is this it? Yeah. One difference, it's got the one difference it's got rigid insulation on the bottom at 1 inch. All right. So, which makes it kind of cumbersome because it's so thick. But if I go here and I click on this wall, turn on the slopes. Bummer. All right, let me try it again. So I'm going to pick walls, right? I'm going to use 1'4" overhang, and I'm going to turn on the slopes. So I pick that wall, I pick this wall. The slope's going to be 12 and 12 and 12. I'm going to pick the back wall. It doesn't have any well, it has less overhang. That's actually a rake when they call it back there. Right there. And no slope, because it's a gable, right? So you turn off the slopes. So I pick this, and I touch the control button, add this to my selection, do a right button click, and I say toggle slope. So this is the other way you can turn the slopes off. So I have 12 and 12, this one. And then I played with this a little bit, so I'm going to set this at what elevation? It says collar tie, but that's not where I'm going to set this at. Roof bearing, which I think is actually a little low. And then I'm going to say finish. And go ahead and attach the walls to the roof. So my roof looks like so. If you have a wall here, what it'll do is it'll attach the wall to that, and these doors are here, and it becomes obvious that this part of the roof won't be there when you're done modeling it. So what do you think?
So it's better to do the gross sort of roof cover and then go back and modify this space.
I gotta understand the question.
So if you did that roof, now you're going to do the other roof, but you're going to leave the current roof in place. And once your roof's all there, you start to line them up geometrically and join them.
Yeah, or modify them.
Open your volume up.
Yeah. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. Once I match it with the other. In fact, I'm saying there's some latitude for express yourselves with this. It's actually kind of a neat way it is. But anyway, I'm going to come back here, and now I'm going to put this one in. And that one, I'm going to simply do it by footprint. And I'm going to do it by footprint, but sometimes it's it's not a problem to do it by extrusion, but I'm just going to do this by footprint. So so my slope is going from front to back, right? Actually, let me try something different. I would have done this anyway to see how it worked. So I'm going to put an overhang of 1'4" and overhang over here. Actually, I've got a porch here with columns. I gotta address, right? Right. So it really should be out to here. So I'm just gonna pull it out here, or I could have drawn it out here or whatever. But I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna put one here with the wall. So we'll just make this a 4-inch rake, but turn off the slope on this. Wait, and we're going to trim this out. Oh, it's already trimmed out. All right. Maybe let's try. I'm going to try 12 and 12 here. I think this has to be flatter. And then I'm just going to connect the two with no slope, because it's a gable end, right? And I'm going to set this for second floor. And I'm going to finish it. And I expect to get some fussing, but it seems to be working. All right. So when I look at it, it looks pretty bad. So that's why I had to flatten it. So I made this 12 and 12, so you know that's not going to work. So if I got a section through it, this part works, but this doesn't, right? See that?
You can't just raise the whole toggle, the whole roof up.
Yeah, you could do that. Actually, you could take this and I could move it up. I can move it up that way. Actually, even see this peak is even below this one, or above this one. I want it below that. So I'm gonna move this back down. Oh, that's way too much. Too down. Way too down. All right, so 12, and 12 doesn't work. So I guess I knew what I was doing when I made it 10 and 12. Let's make it 9 and 12. So you could have actually a dormer, much bigger dormer up there. Everybody kind of visualize that? I could cut this and have a bigger dormer up here, except my roof here would be too low. And then I would just maybe divide the roof and make it a different slope, but it's better if it's one plane. Alright, so I'm going to come here and go back to second floor, pick this one, and edit the footprint. And we're going to go ahead and make this both. Make it 9 and 12. Let's make it 8 and 12. Make it real interesting. See what we get. Alright. And then we'll look at the section. So there's way too low. So for it to work, it has to come up here. Actually, I want this. This is kind of my controlling point right here. Well, this could work. It's a little different. Actually, that's not too bad. I've actually got some height here. In that other scheme, I've come down here and it's actually crossing the floor, but this actually might not be too bad. Let's take a look. What do you think?
Is that why you're saying put a dormer in that space to bring out the height?
Right, in that one spot. If you look at the original plans, like this is kind of like the dormer. So all this area is supposed to be roof. Right? All this right here. And so if that's going to be roof, then I'm a little different. I don't know how accurate this is. This was a marketing data roof plan, so may not have been as accurate. Actually, that's pretty good. Actually, what do you think? Should I go with this? All right. Let's say I decide to go with this. I'm gonna go modify, and I'm gonna go roof, join roof. Touch this edge to this plane, and that roof will join with that roof. And do I have my little? I still have my person, so this wasn't that long ago. The dormer here will have to be up at least up to this point, right? So I'm going to go back to this plan, roof plan. What am I doing for time here? Second floor plan. And this is opening by face. You could do that. Or you can use, I don't think this dormer works for this. Nope. Or shaft. gotta see what I'm doing here. A little too early to put that in there. So let's look at the front, south front. Yeah, this one's going to be bigger. This is bigger than this. This is pretty tiny. So we do the segmental arch by going to roof by extrusion. And we're going to pick a plane. I'm going to just pick this plane right here. And then we're just going to make an arc. I'm going to change the roof type to 8-inch. 8-inch framing would be 8-inch instead of 12 inches, so it won't be quite as thick. So it looks something like that. It's really not that great. Okay, I'm gonna take this, make it a two-cut plumb, or two-cut plumb. Give it a fascia. A little better. Yeah, that's a little high. See, if I attach this, to, I can either attach it to this roof or I can attach it to this roof. Only part of it will attach to this roof. So if I attach it to the roof, this roof, I knew I would get a. It's gonna eject the. It basically ejects the windows because the windows aren't applicable anymore. I'm sorry?
How did you set before? Originally it wouldn't accept it because you had a window there.
Actually, I've got to do something with this wall, and normally you would just attach it to this roof. And actually, I could come back and put the windows back. It just killed the windows. So when I look at the section, and the reason I've got this lady here is so that you can see. You know, if you're standing there, this is what you want to be able to look out the window, right? At that certain elevation. So you'd want the windows. Actually, the windows are a little lower. Well, if it went up there, that would be pretty good. So if I join the roof, if I take this, join that. Too small. So maybe I want to make it bigger. So if I looked at this section here, think about the things that would happen if I flatten my slope a little bit. That's not going to get me much. All right. I'm going to make this little bigger. So what is it now? Edit to profile. It's 3 feet. And You might want to be more measured than I am being here. Not might. Notice I'm doing it by eyeball. Right? So if I got something like this, I want it to be symmetrical. So I need to make sure I have it in the middle. See, that's not quite on the middle, so I'm going to move that to the middle. And you could actually make several until you find the right size or right thing that really works for you. What do you think? Any opinions? No opinions. Now, if you'll notice this one, it's kind of tucked in versus sticking out. That's kind of odd. For it to be sticking in, to be tucked in, it would have to be like this. There'd have to be a flat area here. Is there a flat area? Do they show a flat area? Let's just distort it. So if I bring that to here, alright, and then the south, you guys are quiet. Is everybody awake? Guess not. Architecture, no questions.
You just verbalize what you're doing each step. That'd be good when I'm listening.
What's that?
If you verbalize each step you're going to.
Oh, right now I'm going to put the segmented arch here.
It's just because when you're listening and
Um,
it's hard to catch where the errors are going.
right. So I'm kind of like feeling, I'm kind of designing here in a way because it's not exactly, it is not exactly like it is. And I want to give people a little latitude to change things a little bit. So let's say if I got that radius. So if we look at it in 3D, it looks kind of like that. So I can pull this out. So join roof, edge. And roof plan, I can always, now I can go back to roof plan, right? What's the definition of a roof plan? You just totally ignore me. What makes a roof plan different than a floor plan?
The roof plan is for the roof. The floor plan is for
It doesn't have no section, kind of just showing the top of the roof.
Right, it's more of a bird's eye view than a horizontal section. That's so Ben was over there going. So, all right. So I'm gonna go here wireframe, and I'm gonna just edit this foot. Oh, not. No, I'm not. I'm going to. Yes, I am. How come I can't see that? No, I mean you can see it. I can kind of see it. There you go. But normally you see it better. So if I say pick lines, and I pick the inner lines here, actually I got probably an underlay on here or something.
So what does that mean? You have an underlay there?
You know, there's probably an underlay on that makes it a little noisy. So I couldn't see the lines of the valley. So that's what I was cutting the valley here. You're going to turn the slope off. I'm going to trim this out. And I should be able to maintain my connection. Yeah. I think it killed my roof. No, it didn't. Okay. It just killed the walls. So the walls popped up. All right. So what happens usually when the walls pop up like this, you can attach them back. And if that mine crosses 2, so
Are you attaching them? Just drop it.
I'm gonna just drop it for now. Later on, I'll show you how to profile the walls, so you don't have to, if they won't attach, what you can do to them. Like if I take this one, this one, let's see if this one attaches. Yep. This one wall crossed the valley, so that's why it wouldn't attach. I'm gonna reattach this. And we're going to pull this pup back. Midwestern lingo there. Maybe we pull it back to here. And so maybe our dormer's back here in this case. Everybody kind of see that? So if I look at it in roof plan and try not to go too, I got underlay on. What I'm talking about, Steve, is no, it's not on. Well, I got wireframe on. That's probably why I can see too much. All right. So if I edit this roof, edit footprint, and I pick lines, and I pick the inner lines. This is not okay. Now I can see it. See that? Everybody see that? I'm picking the inner lines. Hopefully, I'm picking the right ones. You guys aren't talking to me. If I pick that, yeah, it works. Maybe it didn't. All right. So you'll get little errors, and they're not really errors, but you'll get warnings. How's that? Like that? So now I need to put a wall up there. So when I look at it in section, it looks like this. It actually cut something I probably didn't want it to cut, but I think that's okay. So if I go back to a roof plan and I pick a roof type, a wall type. Now, usually you'd want this to be insulated. You may have to form new walls. For example, my exterior wall here, maybe I pick the same wall and I reduce the thickness of it. And if I draw a wall here, go in the wrong direction. Look at it in 3D. I say attach base, assuming I'm right over the roof. Oh, not quite. Some of it is. And pick that and say attach. Oh, okay. I think yeah, it's not gonna. It didn't like that. Joining the. Actually, another wall type would work. So if I create some other. Oh, I actually have some other types of walls. Let's see. Yep, still. Okay, this one might require me to work on it a while. Yep. Oh, that's why. Base extension. I'm going to detach. I shouldn't be using a double layer like that, but I'm just trying to hurry up here now. But anyway, so I've got that. Let's see if this works. If this is in the right position now. Yeah, it's in the right position now. So that's that dormer. I have not enough room for windows. So if I wanted to add windows, what could I do? All right, I could either raise the dorm. Well, actually, it's too high now. I really should lower it actually, right? Because this is 6'8" right here. So this could be like there's actually um, windows that are shaped like half circles, radius, load. Boy, they have some. They've added some stuff on. So something like this. Although I didn't, I should have been a little bit more measured, and I doubt if this will even fit. But I'm not measured. I actually should have designed this so that this fits. Let's see if it's not gonna fit, but we'll just. So if I wanted to have a window in there, yep, it would go into this wall. Let's see if there's a smaller one. No, it do not like that wall. It does not like it. So it's not going to work in here. But I could have gotten it to work in here. So if I were to come back, actually, I may, oh, there it is. So I open this up a little bit and bring the wall down. So how do I get a hold of that? Do I see it? I'm trying to get a hold of the opening. It's kind of late. Well, I can't get a hold of it. Wow, this thing, does everybody see how it's fluctuating? No? Yes? No? No, but sometimes openings are hard to get a hold of. So it still won't expose the opening. Actually, I drew that, didn't I? Late in the day. So I could move this down. Let's see what happens. Didn't like me for doing that. Roof plan, roof plan, roof plan, roof plan. Okay. Okay, I've got a little roof issue now. Alright, so man, I knew this was going to take a while. Questions? Questions on how to get started? No questions? Not now? You will. Is that what?
What's your phone number?
Good.
This is the advanced ribbon course.
Well, no, this is not advanced. All right, so I mean, you have to start getting a stab, and but you get You got the. Let me ask the question. You got the general idea, the general gist. You know how to start. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So with the dormer, you can spend just have something in mind that you're going to do. That's a little better. Actually, I'd want this to be down here at the very similar to one I had before. I guess I wasn't under the pressure of having to. I tried something different here. Let's see. So if I move to the other file, it's not that one. I got two files here. So if I go to that file, actually I still have to open. So you got, even working with this, I had to work with the opening a little bit. So I haven't even changed the opening on this one. So the opening here needs to go up here. But basically, you want somebody to be able to stand at the second floor, right? The second floor, and go to the window and look out the window on the dormer. And that is this right here. Right? That's this window right here. So that's that. And so I didn't even see, I have a window here, and I still need to push the opening back here even on this one. This slope was 10 and 12. That one was 8 and 12. Did I do 8 and 12? Yeah, so you could see the slight difference. You might want to play with both. Make a model the both roofs and kind of look at the roofs together, and then decide. And then of course you're going to cut the roof out. When I was showing you before, like this one. So this will be the challenge for everybody. It looks like, and this is a challenge as well, right? But let's see. Do I have a cut? Do I have a section cut? Like this. All right. So basically, you got, when I cut across, it looks like that. I don't have a ceiling in here yet. We haven't really talked about ceilings, but I'll have to show you the ceilings. I started the stair. I want you guys to work a little bit so I can come around and answer any other questions you got. But let me show you the stair. The stair, now that you're stair experts, right? Starts at the reception, goes up, and it's actually a dog leg stair. Comes up. You come into the house, and there's actually a couple stairs up to the house, and then there's the rest of the stairs go down to the basement. So in the case of the stair, it looks something like this. So this is the side entrance, right? So this is that side entrance. Notice it's not at the floor level; it's a little below the floor level. This is a section box, right? So it allows me to see what I'm doing here. And one of the things I got to clean up here is this closet's under the stair. So I need to clean that up a little bit. I got walls sticking up. But when you land upstairs, when you land on upstairs, you land right here, and there should be a railing here. I'll put a railing there. Right here. This is kind of dead space. This is my 6'8" line right here. So anything 6'8", so I could actually make the landing bigger. I could actually even open this up to the kitchen below. Something I've been thinking about. So the kitchen would be this area right here. So you could actually have a clearance in the kitchen. Let me see if I got a. So am I looking at the right one? Yeah, I think I am. By the way, room tags I always forget to talk about in rooms, so that's something we'll talk about on Tuesday. Oh, come on. Right here. See the kitchen right here? So look, see all this floor area right here? See this floor area right here? This floor area is not really doing anything, right? If you're on the second floor. So why not just get rid of it and then have a skylight above the kitchen below? Some thought. So, but anyway, you come up the stairs, you land right here. There's a railing here. You come out. There's the dormer right there. This is a closet. Again, a tip to help you a little bit is you might want to create a floor plan that's at 6'8", so you can see where you know, where the ceiling crosses a decent level height. I know nobody in here is 6'8", but you know, that's kind of like by code you have to have that to be an occupied space. Notice my closets in the, that kind of tells you what the ceiling's doing, right? Without looking at a reflected ceiling plan. The other thing is I might just add a dormer on this side. It'll add a little extra floor area to the bedrooms, which there are only 2 of them, by the way. Here, you can have some in the basement, though. I've talked too much, right?
No, you're good.
Just out of curiosity, do we have a second page for the second floor plan? So you said the first floor is a little lower, the door to get in is a little lower than the floor level. Do we have that?
Right.
That tells us
Okay. Yes, it does. Actually, the floor plan tells you that. So when you see this floor plan right here, and see this down, this is actually at the first floor level. So you actually go down 1, 2, 3, 4 risers, and there's a landing here, and that goes outside.
I mean, you can make up the height because you don't.
Yeah, you make up height. Actually, you have plenty of height. And then here's up, right here, up, and then it actually comes here, and there's a landing here, and then it returns, and that's it on the second floor. So that's the second floor looks like this. So you come up, and I did something a little different with the windows. You come up here and you land, and here's a railing here. Notice the scale of mine and this is a little different, but I'm actually more accurate because I'm modeling this, and they just drew this. All right.
So just assume, so when you start putting the roofs on the second floor over, there's a lot of planes that cut, and what you're saying is if you cut the room in half, be mindful that when you enter the room, at least make it 6'8", so you can walk to the end.
Right.
So then you cut out the roof and make another ceiling, or a dormer, or a higher,
Right.
you know, like a ceiling.
Right. Just be aware that this is, you know, there's reason to be concerned about head height.
Right, so you just pop up or get rid of the roof, basically pop it up.
Uh,
To a dormer.
Well, that's what the dormer is right here. I think that's a nice feature. I actually thought about a lot of different things you can do with it. I mean, it could be a balcony. It could be a lot of things.
Well, you can also not do windows. You can just pop the window up, you know, pop it if it's a closet. The roof comes down, just basically you can just have a wall with a little light on the top, even though you don't see it. The light just comes in. It just becomes a room, basically. So you don't have to make it as complicated as a dormer.
Right, and then you know, there's also
Galicia, northern Spain, they have these rectangle balconies coming out. It looks part of it. They just pop it out as if the room was going to extend it.
right. That's what this is.
Right.
This has got kind of sort of Spanish origins, Mediterranean origins. This design, I think, does. You said you saw some similar things in California, maybe.
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah. But this is more of that. I know what you're talking about. It's more Baroque. That's Baroque. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. But yeah. and that's why I picked these houses because they're interesting in terms of volumes, and you can do some interesting thing. But I'm thinking my kitchen is going to be 2 stories. It's going to have a little area that's 2 stories because there's not much you can do with this space here.
You just get rid of a ceiling first.
Right, that's all you do. Yeah, the framing. That's all you're getting rid of. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can see, when you walk into the stairs, you can see to the kitchen.
You can see down in the kitchen as well. So it's kind of neat. All right. I've talked too long. I'm burnt out. Past my bedtime anyway. All right. So you guys get to work, and so don't forget about Thursday. I'm saying it's 80%, but 80. In other words, I'm telling you, it's more than 50%. So I'll probably talk to Patty. She'll probably have a note on the board, and just remember to get that midterm. Make sure you complete it and have it in here by Tuesday. And then the stair. If you're done with the stairs, you can turn them in now. If not, you'll turn that in on Tuesday.
Questions. You're going to tell us on Blackboard before Thursday if it's canceled class, right?
If you want me to, I will. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
otherwise I will. I'm not going to.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, it's like getting. And I'll tell you what. I'll let you know what.
Right,
But
I'll know you'll communicate by email
yes.
that you're canceling class by Thursday.
Right. Or we just won't have a class. You'll be working on your midterm and. It's more than 50%. I said it's about 80%. So it's more remote that we are. It's more that we're not going to than we are. Did I say that right? Yeah, I said that right.
So we will find out if it is or not.
I will communicate it to Patty, and the office will have my exams because I will be in that afternoon. I'll drop the exam. So if those two conditions are here, then you can assume that I won't be. And if you have questions, email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
So I come in at 4:45 to pick up the test and test there. There's not going to be a class, right?
Right. I might even. Well, Patty won't be here. Patty leaves at 6, I think. If there's some glitch, Patty Secreto will have it. But I don't. There shouldn't be no glitch. I'm not planning on a glitch, so I'll record it.